Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to finally do my Q&A video. You asked me some questions in the comments below throughout last year basically. I just collected all the questions and I'm finally ready to answer them. That being said, if you want a part 2 and you have further questions about the channel, about fragrance, about just anything fragrance related or fragrance community related or anything, let me know in the comments below and I'm gonna do a part 2. So let's get into it. We have a lot of questions. I got them on this paper and I'm gonna read them and answer them. So the first question is how your taste in fragrance changed over time. I would say in the last 2 or 3 years when I started collecting fragrances and getting into fragrances as sampling and all that, first I think I was much more into like very statementy fragrances. Like I liked something that's very special and outstanding and maybe a little bit even loud. Like I remember I used to like sweeter scents. I never liked like glowing scents, but I used to be more into sweet scents. Now I can't really stand sweet scents on me. I also remember that I used to think that just because I like a smell in nature or something, that automatically means that I'm gonna like that as a fragrance, which turns out is not true, because there is a distinction what you like on a daily walk or what you like on your skin. So I think it was a lot of try and error that kind of gave me like knowledge of what I kind of gravitate towards and what not. Nowadays I feel like I'm more into natural smelling fragrances, something botanical, something pretty simple but well put together, well blended. I don't like something that is too simple. I don't like minimalist scents, but I like something that's just smells sophisticated in a way. I don't like obnoxious things, but I also don't like something that's too quiet. So it has to be kind of in the middle. Um, and I feel like my taste became pretty specific. Like I'm not as easily impressed. I try to really select what I choose to actually purchase, what I choose to add to my collection, because I don't like hoarding. I don't like things that I don't actually love to keep in my space. Not just fragrance, but anything. I try to be mindful about purchases. So I would say that's it. Favorites that you've got, favorites that you love, sorry, favorites that you lost interest in. I feel like I never really had favorites that I lost interest in, but definitely I feel like there was some kind of shift in my taste, and if something is a little bit sharp or just doesn't suit me, I don't really try to force it anymore. I actually gonna do, I think, a declutter video, because I actually sold a few fragrances recently because of these reasons, and but I couldn't really pinpoint something that was a favorite and I don't like it anymore. The ones that I really loved, I still really enjoy. So maybe we will come back and a few years later something will pop up that I don't really use anymore, but as for now, I think I couldn't name anything. Has having a YouTube channel impacted which fragrances you own? Well, when you have a YouTube channel, even if you just do it as a hobby like me, like I don't get any money from this. I just do this for fun, just so I can talk, and people can comment and we can have a little discussion. So I would say, because I don't do it for I don't really try to impress the algorithm or get a lot of followers. I mean, it will be nice, but I'm not monetized. I don't get sponsorship, so it doesn't really impact what I'm purchasing. But I definitely bought a lot of variety of fragrances, a lot of samples. You know, I went out of my way to get new um, things to try just because I wanted to talk about something, but at the same time, I also really enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't just because I wanted to talk about something, but I kind of had this side um, purpose of, oh, okay, I'm buying these, but I can also talk on my channel. Like, it kind of made me justify buying a lot of samples at some point. Like, I was a fragrance sample hoarder. Like, I had so many fragrance samples. It was so hard to get through them, and I don't regret it because I still really like sampling. I still want to buy samples, but it definitely was partly because I just wanted to have topics to talk about and test more and more, because of the channel. So yes, I think that might be maybe answers the question. I never really get into hype. Like, I watch a lot of fragrance YouTube. I watch a lot of recommendations, lot of list videos and hidden gems and whatever, but I never really get a full bottle just because it's hyped up or popular. Maybe a sample I get, but I never really got influenced like that. And I'm pretty grateful. Well, not grateful. I'm happy that I didn't get so easily influenced because it's an expensive hobby if you are not careful. And yes. Okay, next question. Uh, which fragrances do you smell the most often when you are out and about? Funny question because I just had this experience the other day that I smelled something along the lines of Creed Aventus. Still, yes, people are still really obsessed with that scent profile, and it's a nice scent profile, and I would say that's the scent profile that I get the most on the streets. I don't know if they use the original or just a clone. They have so many clones for Creed Aventus. I like that scent profile. I don't love it. It's pleasant when I smell it on someone else, and a lot of guys on the street, when I pass them, I actually smell that a lot. So that seems to be pretty popular here. Other than that, I don't really get like scent profiles that are very popular here because in general people don't really wear fragrance, especially men. I think women wear fragrance, but even women here, like, they spray so little amount that many times I don't smell anything when someone just passes me, even though, for example, people I know they use fragrance, but they sit next to me and I don't smell them. So I feel like people are pretty shy about it, or either that or they don't even wear fragrance. And but here and there you get some uh, scent clouds on the street, especially men. I feel like men who are into fragrance, or I don't know, they really love to overspray, and sometimes it's just you just get that cloud of like Creed Aventus or whatever on the street. So yeah, I feel like we are a little bit behind with those trends because Creed Aventus was very popular like 3 years ago. Of course, it's still a nice fragrance, but um, I remember then it was extremely hyped. Now it's not so much anymore, but yeah, you can still. I guess Hungary is a little bit behind with fragrance trends in general. So, are there any fragrances that negatively affect you? I wouldn't say specific fragrances, but I came to realize that I really don't like sweet notes, like a milky sweetness or honey. I don't like. It makes me nauseous. Um, it feels very cloying. It feels too sickly sweet, and I can't tolerate it on my skin. So I would say sweet notes. Also, I kind of really dislike that. I used to love it, but now I don't know, it doesn't work on me anymore. This Baccarat Rouge dupe and Baccarat Rouge-esque metallic note that it has. Like, I never, in the past, I didn't notice how metallic it is, but recently it just turns so metallic on my skin. So that's one that I don't really appreciate anymore. Also, oud, I like oud when it's kind of mixed in with a lot of other notes and it's just kind of there in a small amount. But sometimes when a fragrance is oud centric, it's just too much to me personally. So I would say those notes are the ones that I don't really enjoy. But specific fragrances, I wouldn't say. Um, no, I don't think I have like very hated fragrances or something. But yeah, sweet notes. Oh, I something happened to me. I don't know. They just make me kind of choke up. It's so sweet. So yeah. Um, are there any fragrances you reserve only for special occasions? Well, that's a good question. I always say that you should not reserve stuff for special occasions because special occasions is it's already special. You don't have to make it extra special. You can, on the other hand, make just an average day special by wearing uh, something exciting, something fancy. You you don't have to make a special event special because it's already special, but you can make an everyday thing special by wearing something. So I recommend don't reserving, especially because what if it goes bad, or what if you don't there is a time when you are obsessed with something and then a few years later you don't wear it, and few years because you are reserving it, and few years later you are not into it anymore, and you didn't use up when you were so into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not, you never know what's gonna happen. I think if you just enjoy present and the present time, and yes, that being said, I sometimes tend to not preserve, but I feel like, oh, I should use up the cheapies, like, oh, I should, it's just, just a Monday, I should use just this cheapie, and not something like, not the Gucci one or not the Dior one, because okay, first of all, I don't have many expensive fragrances. I have a few designers, and that's it. Um, so maybe it would be different if I had something very expensive, but as of now, I'm not really trying to preserve things because I think you deserve to wear something nice, You shouldn't, you know, wait for an occasion to be special. Your life, your existence is special enough, you only live once. You should enjoy everyday life as much as you can. So that's my advice. It's pretty like a stereotypical advice, but it's true. I mean, it's just true. Uh, uh, what's the worst smell you ever experienced? Uh, Probably like the dead animal or something. I can't really think of anything worse than just the smell of a decomposing dead animal. If you ever went on a hike or something, you probably know what I'm talking about. And you don't even see the body, but you just know there is like a decomposing animal in the area because you get that very strange, disgusting smell. I think that's like the worst smell because it's probably we are so disgusted by it because it's in an evolutionary way we are programmed to avoid these things, so you don't eat it, I guess, because it's it will make you sick. But yeah, it's very rough. If you know, if you know, if you know, if you know, you know. So yeah, uh, weird smells I really like. I really like everyday scents sometimes, just something that is not meant to smell good, but it's satisfying to me. I really like the smell of I think gasoline. That can be very nice. I also really like, for example, the asphalt, the ground after rain, the road after rain, or even the road after a long hot summer day. When it's already the evening, it's getting a little bit cooler, but still pretty warm, and you take a walk and just the hot pavement, the smell of it, almost like rubber mixed in with those green smells of nature in a summer evening. I really like that. Probably there are more, but right now I can't really think of anything, but probably there are a lot of more, even like food related things, smells. So um, let's see. I also like this sterile smell, like when you open like a band-aid, and just that medicinal kind of hospital smell in a way. Just the smell of cleanliness, and yeah, that's also nice. Or for example, I wear contact lenses in my eyes, and there are those plastic cases, and when I open a new one, it also has that very clean smell when I open it. That clean, I guess it's they sterilize it. That's the word. Like they clean it, and so zero bacteria is there, and I like that clean smell too. Okay, next question. What are your favorite books, novels, TV shows, music? Oh god, I could speak about my favorite things forever probably. Uh, that being said, I don't even like to pick favorites. I can never pick favorite things in anything. I just really like so many different things, different music, different movies, depending on my mood. So it's hard to tell. I don't really want to mention a few because then it feels like I only like those. But I like so many things, and I try to stay open minded too. It's pretty hard to stay open minded because you already know what you like. You already know um, what direction, what genre you like, and you don't really adventure out. But I try to be open minded musically and every way. But yeah, I like indie movies. I like indie music. I like alternative. I like dramas. I like movies that make me think or make me randomly emotional. For example, I watched this movie in the cinema a few months ago called After Sun. It's about a father and his daughter on a holiday, and I can't even relate to that because, well, I don't have a daughter, and I don't have, well, I'm not a daughter, and I don't have a daughter, but still, that movie just really touched me in a way. Like, it's not even a sad movie, but something about that relationship of on the screen of a parent and a child, and I don't know, something about that really made me tear up actually. So uh, I like when something unexpectedly has an effect on me, I would say, and that goes to books and movie. I love to read. I love music. I love good movies. I like to binge watch TV shows. So yeah, I feel like that answer was very meaningless, but I just don't like to pick favorites, I guess. Um, do you think your nose and sense of smell has improved since you got into fragrances? Definitely. Not only picking out notes or quality or just smelling fragrance, so not just fragrance related, but I feel like my nose got more sensitive about just everyday scents out and about, and I feel like I can appreciate more when I take a walk and I smell the bushes and the flowers and the just random smells around. I feel like I'm more appreciative than before, but at the same time I still feel like I'm just very very amateur beginner person in this entire fragrance concept of, or this entire word. I'm very much just a nobody. um, I'm not Um, I don't know anything about the science of fragrance. I don't know um, anything about anything basically. I'm just a very regular, average fragrance enjoyer who likes to talk about it on camera for whatever reason and share my opinions. Actually, I watched the video uh, not too long ago, and the creator said that she started the channel because she couldn't speak about these topics, fragrance topics, with anyone in her real life, and I kind of feel the same. That I just really like talking about it, and I like to see that other people also talk about it. By the way, when I started this channel, I felt like nobody will watch it. Like, I'm still very small, and a lot of YouTubers and creators grow very, very fast on this platform. Like, in 1 month, they already can monetize their stuff, and that's great. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't enjoy that because obviously it would be nice to get a little extra income, but I really just started it to just as a hobby, and it's still just a hobby, and I really didn't grow. Like I've been here for 2 years, and the numbers are pretty slowly growing, and I don't actually mind it because I don't know. I don't want to race with the numbers and just always worry about that. I feel like it's just a very chill experience for me. I don't want to force. I guess I could do much better if I tried. Like I could do top 10 videos and post regularly, and there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe I will in the future, but I just don't have the time as of now to post regularly, and my life is a little bit busy. I have so many responsibilities with I'm finishing school, so sadly, but I don't know what's the point. Where was I going with this? Well, I just wanted to say that I never thought that people would even care to even watch my videos or even reach anyone. So it's already like a positive surprise for me that I even get views. So yeah, I don't really crave attention. I don't really crave numbers, big numbers. I don't think I want to be a content creator who, of course, it will be nice to just get a little side gig and get a little bit more extra money, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not really my route, but I just enjoy it as a hobby. I don't want to make it into a career because then money involved and you worry about it, and I don't know. I just like it to be chill and just a hobby. Of course, that being said, if I can ever monetize my video, I'm gonna do it right away because I just love having these small streams of income from, not that I have any, but I would love that. But I don't want to stress about like numbers and stuff. So yeah, I don't know why I said that. It's not even connected to my question. So anyway, uh, are there any fragrances you really dislike? Not really. I mean, I made a few videos of fragrances that I hate. Of course, I don't hate them. It's just I don't like them. Okay, actually, there are fragrances that I dislike. I don't know why I said I don't like. I'm like, by the way, this applies to every freaking YouTuber and everything. Everybody tries to be so positive and nice, and I just caught myself being that. Of course, there are fragrances I don't like. I even made videos about them. I generally don't like when something smells cheap or sharp or very, very basic. Like I don't like. I like classic fragrances. I like those, but I don't like when something just smells so basic. Like for example, I'm sorry if you like it, but YSLY, sorry, YSLY just smells so uninspiring to me. But there are a lot more. I don't like very green scents. I don't really like blue fragrances, but there are some nice ones. I don't like glowing fragrances, but right now I don't want to just list all the fragrances I don't like, but there are definitely scents that I don't like, and and there are even scents that I supposed to like, but I just don't. So it's a very personal thing, I think. Sorry, I feel like these questions and answers. Well, the questions are good, but my answers are very vague, and just vague, um, and not really interesting. But anyway, I'm almost done. Um, where do you pick up your samples, and where you hear about new releases, new fragrances? Well, I hear about new fragrances here on YouTube and on Fragrantica, and also every website has like a section of, new fragrances or something. And I always check them, like what's new, what's interesting. I never really buy anything new, but it's just I like to see what's new. Uh, where do I pick up my samples? Well, um, there are some websites in Hungary that sell samples around. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes not. I did buy samples in the past from these discounter sites because they had sometimes really good deals. Obviously, I only buy things that I cannot sample in a store, and yes, they are like you. If you are lucky, you can get like a 2 ml sample for like $2, €2 basically, and that still feels expensive, but sometimes it's actually reasonable, because if you it's an expensive fragrance, then that 2 ml for that price is pretty much um, this. It's like the ratio is just fine. It's acceptable. So sometimes that's great. What I actually prefer to do now is there is this Hungarian website called Cremania, and they have like these regular people like me. Well, I don't sell anything there, but there are just regular people selling from their collection decants and samples, and that's usually much better value. They sell it for cheaper. I already bought a few times from them, and they are pretty trustworthy. You can check if they have positive reviews, um, and it's just regular people selling from their collection, and it's usually much better to buy from there than from some website. So that's where I get them, but I'm sure that you can get stuff from Facebook groups too. Like every country probably has like a bunch of fragrance selling Facebook groups. And yes, but for me this was the best option. This site Cremania, they are so good, because some of these guys have like huge collections, and they just sell decants from basically everything, and it's really worth it if you can test something. So yes. uh, and what do you think have been the best release of 2023 so far? I'm gonna be honest. I have been out of the loop. I went to a few fragrance stores, but I never really, like, I saw a few releases, but designer releases, but I never really tested them. I wasn't really drawn to them. Uh, Givenchy had this gentleman privé or something, but I think it came out last year actually. But that was pretty nice. But it's so similar to a lot of fragrances. Like, I just kind of realizing that Valentino Umo Intense, um, I think Prada Homme Intense, Dior Homme Intense, this Givenchy Gentleman Privé, and like probably even more fragrances smell so similar. Like, and I like that smell scent profile, but they are just so similar. So I don't know if it's not very original, but I do like that one. I should go to a fragrance store soon and just see what they got, because honestly I have just been out of the loop. I feel like January just started and it's already May, and this year is just like rushing by. So I don't know. I will try to get back into the scene and try to test new fragrances and just check new releases. But yeah, sorry, I can't answer that either. So I'm just gonna check if I left anything out. Have you had any funny or embarrassing reactions to fragrances you wore? Well, one time a classmate of mine said that it smells like white wine in the room, and I don't think he realized that it was my fragrance, but then I just got this shocking realization that, oh my god, my Zara Amalfi Sunray, which is like this neroli orange blossom kind of scent, kind of reminiscent of Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford. When you put it on, it has that acidic, fine smell. And ever since then, I couldn't look at it the same way. I don't have it anymore. But that was, I was really embarrassed. But other than that, no one ever really comments on my fragrance. So even if they are offended or if they don't like, they just don't express it. So I don't know. For me, I never really had embarrassing stuff besides that. Yeah, and it's mostly either no one comments anything, or if someone says something, it's positive. So thank God I never really had anything negative. Not really. I would be really embarrassed if someone complained about my fragrance. I would be really embarrassed. So thank God that didn't happen so far. So yeah, that was it. Sorry if some of these answers were a little bit pointless. If you have any more questions, please let me know, and I'm gonna collect a few and do a part 2 in the future. Thank you so much if you are still watching. You are absolutely amazing. I don't even know how long this video is, but yeah, I'm trying to get back into the posting loop, even though I have some final exams coming up that are really stressful and they are stressing me out, but at least something like this just takes my mind away for a bit from them. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any more questions, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, like this video, comment below, and boost my fragrance channel, even though I feel like I don't deserve it. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I'm not a good creator. I feel like I don't have a good camera presence. I'm not confident. I'm not very interesting or funny, or and I'm not just saying that to fish for compliments. I genuinely know that I should improve my the way I talk, the way I structure my videos, and I should post regularly. I should post things that are click worthy, top tens and stuff. I just I don't know. I don't like to, I guess, push or force myself to do things. So I'm just kind of anything. I'm just doing this anything goes thing on YouTube, and so far so good, because 600 people subscribed, which is like, I can't even imagine 600 people in a room. That's so many people. Obviously not everyone is watching all my videos, but still it's so funny to think about that so many people enjoyed my videos enough to press that button. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm rambling too much and this video is gonna be very long, so I'm gonna say goodbye. See you next time. I think I'm gonna video my declutter now, because I said goodbye to some fragrances. Okay, bye.